Hello, people. Welcome back to Raggle Rail Reviews. Today we will be doing episode 4 of season 4 of Snowfall. Uh, Before I start, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, pause it, go watch it, come back, and we can chit chat. Also, like, follow, share, subscribe if you like the content. Otherwise, and okay, now to the recap. So, to start the recap, well, that recap of the episode starts off with my girl Wanda selling that tooth. I get it, crackhead selling anything and they showing that, but you know, she's selling a piece of herself and she gets turned down and then Leon pulls up and he buys a tooth and let her keep it, showing his guilt because at the end of the day he just felt guilty. If he had never put her in the cookhouse, he would never be going through this right now. So he always feels guilt and responsibility for Wanda, and that's shown throughout the seasons and the episodes. So, but yeah. So after that takes place, as Wanda's leaving to go, Man Boy and his crew is staking out Leon, and we get a hood classic scene from Strapped when she screams Leon. Well, my bad, Boys in the Hood, because they yell Ricky. Shout out to Singleton. If y'all missed that, that was a little Easter egg. So yeah, that happened. So her scream and warning allows Leon, Fatback, and CJ to get away for now, and that was good. But in the process, she gets shot, which leads us to the next scenes. Scenes of Franklin getting on with Tanasi. I mean, he gotta get some. I mean, he done high stakes, so sex release stress. Everybody say they don't feel like they could trust Tanasi. Yeah, I think that by her brother being an ex kingpin, that she wants it all. I don't know too many people who family was in the crime world will end up turning around being feds. So her working with the FBI or DEA is kinda unlikely, but they might write that in. Who knows? Hope they don't. It's kind of obvious, but hope it's another catch of she just wanted to be queen pin and she trying to find Franklin Connect so she can run shit. But we never know. I feel in the later episodes of the season they're gonna reveal her true intentions. So he comes to the hospital, talks with Leon. I don't know why they paged him if he's still mad at him. And he ain't listened to him, so what's even the point of paging him? Kind of seemed dumb to me, but okay. If you were gonna do what you were gonna do anyway, what's the point of telling them? The streets would have told them anyway, but I guess they had to make them look at each other. So Leon comes up with a hotshot idea of hiring a private investigator, a black man, the PI, as Fatback said, which was a decent idea. You know, he finds out locations where Scully's chilling outside of the bottoms and relays that to Leon. On the natural side of things, aka the legit world, Franklin and Franklin's mom meets up with Paul Davis, and Franklin sees himself in a young waiter trying to make it and delivers one hell of a quote when he was asked about school. Like baptizing a cat. Figure that one out. You figure life out. But yeah, he meets with him and you could tell that they don't trust the man, but he's a snake. and they just trying to be in a legit world, but not knowing the higher you go, the more corrupt it is. And his mother seems like she don't have she has her blinders on, and not notice this. But I think Franklin's starting to get even the legit side is just corrupt. Everything is just fucking corrupt. So it don't matter how high you go, legit or non-legit, the shit is just corrupt. But I think he's starting to see it, and it's like whatever. Then he goes home, has a talk with her. She wants to know his exit strategy, and he's frustrated with her. You could feel it. I mean, the mom's gotta know. Yeah, you put him in this world, but you're part of it too. Yeah, I know you want what you want, and the promise he said he's gonna make, but it ain't just him. He's working for somebody, so you always gotta take that into consideration. So from there, they switch to Franklin and Teddy talking in the restaurant slash drinking establishment, which neither one of them will. Franklin doesn't drink. Teddy has slowly fell apart, so he drinks now, snort coke. Does a whole bunch of shit that he shouldn't be doing. Find that funny as well. So yeah, he asks Teddy. Well, Reed. He don't know him as Teddy yet, which is odd. But he asks Reed, "When's the end date?" Reed don't know. Reed's telling him maybe another 5 or 6 years. I doubt that, but okay. And then Franklin comes up with the hot idea. What if I double the money? Double the money makes stuff goes faster. Means more weapons, more this, more that. So Franklin comes up with the title of this episode: Expansion. He goes back and speaks with Louis and Jerome and LARP. And Jerome's not aboard with it. Jerome wants to stop. He wants to cut the product in half, deal with a few people, and go back to selling speakers. I think Jerome just lost his taste after killing that kid and realized the streets getting bloody. He a peacetime dude. He not a wartime dude. He don't get off on shooting of people. He don't want the violence in his community. He out and light, put it like that. You don't see that at first, but you see that more and more now. Louis gun ho. She knows some people. They knock out the states that the Colombians run, which is mainly New York, D.C., probably Miami as well, and Chicago is apparently ran by Italians. Get that one, but okay. And he didn't say Detroit, so smart thing is to hit up mid levels. Arkansas, the Kansas Cities, you know, places, Louisiana's, hit all them up. But to go there, he needs to send two people, show them how to cook the rock, show them, let them make a little money, get a little taste, and then bam, they'll be buying 20 bricks from him a week. So his devastation across the black community is about to hit the fan for real. So that's not good, but that's how it was. Once the wildfire hit, it was everywhere. There wasn't no coming back after that. But then we moved to Teddy and Arvy talking about the guns, and something's funny going on there. But Teddy's too out of his fucking mind to realize what's going on. But somebody took the money, and he's talking about Hezbollah. Somebody got the 15 million. Now whether Arvy took it or whether Hezbollah took it, whoever took it, they didn't get the fucking guns out. So Teddy and Arvy gotta figure this shit out. So they probably gonna go together and figure out who took the money. He also sees his boss, who's in town for a wedding, who drops in on Teddy and asks him how long has he been undercover and does he need a break. It's obvious he needs a break and he's been under too long. They can see the stress in his face, but they don't care because he's getting the job done. That's how much America cares about him. They're getting the job done. They don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, he's gonna get screwed too. And Irene, the least likable character in any show. I don't know why people hate her so much, but I think it's her personality, and people in the world don't like people like her. Cause she looks like she'll step on anybody to get a story, and don't care about the lies she just burn in the wake of getting that story. Whether right or wrong, that's the way she is. But she's looking for the Moreno, the FBI guy. No, DA, DEA. He was DEA. So she's looking for him, and she's calling. She had a subordinate calling, and she doesn't find him. But long hold, he finds her and reads her notes, which, like he says, leaves out in the open. I mean, so after he calms her down, after breaking into her house, tells her he's going to give her the story of the century, and is she the right woman for the job? I think not, but we shall see. So he tells her everything. He shows her what he has in his files. Says he'll give her an hour, break, walk her through it, and then they never ever met, which is smart because they'll race his ass too. So that's where we leave off with that. So that took a promising lead. And that's just the reality. Because, in real life, the guy did the research and he broke the story about the CIA and the cocaine. So they had to throw that in there. So it was just a little backside to the insight of the reporters. But all in all, the episode is what I expected for the season 4 episode 4. Most episode 4s is always sex in it. Just saying, the last few seasons, you noticed that last year was Franklin and Melanie in the ice rink. They're a bit stagnant with the same shit, but it's all good. It's also a builder up for the bridge episodes of 5 and 6, which are normally throwaways in the season. And then for the ramp up of 7, 8, 9, and 10, when shit hits the fan, shit gets real. It's feeling like this might be the last season. If they do pick up another season, it probably is going to be on a different network. But it's feeling like they're going to wrap stuff up. And yeah, that's what it's feeling like. But we still have unfinished questions. Leave comments in the chat with me. It's a pretty good episode. Feel like filler to me. Not as much excitement in it as I thought. Frustration between Franklin and his mother. I'm trying to see where they're going with that because he's getting frustrated with her. You know, Tanasi asking for a job. I'm like, why would you do that? That's overstepping the bounds. That's making you look suspicious, and I think Franklin knows it as well. Huh? I wonder where they're going with that. Huh. Maybe Tanasi and Melanie working together. You never know. Never know. But that is Radical Rail reviews this week. Check me again Thursday. We should release the next week's episode. Uh, Stay tuned for what to expect this week on the preview episode. Other than that, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.